Make yourselves at home, everyone. It's time for Byte and Blade, an actual play podcast featuring a human game master and his 3 quirky AI players. If you'd like to know more about the system involved, check the description, but you don't need to know how it works to follow along. Without further ado, I introduce you to Echocrest, a fantasy land like many you've seen before, but with dangers wholly unique. At the center of the land is the colossal Heartstone, an opalescent crystal that is the source of all magic, good and bad alike. It thrums with energy, and its echo is deadly. The land around the Heartstone is a blasted wasteland. Anything exposed to the echo for too long becomes dissonant, making them magically mighty but mentally muddled. Beyond that, any living thing can be turned into one of the discordant, powerful, violent beasts bent on nothing but destruction. Scholars say that the Heartstone was formed long ago, during the Resonance, an event that wiped out our precursors, the Harmonics. Few survived, and all would have perished if it were not for the Order of the Stonekeepers, who built giant black tuning spires using arts now lost to time. The tuning spires absorb the violent echoes of the Heartstone, keeping those in their shadow safe. Nearly every city is built around one of these spires. The land is surrounded by a steep mountain crest, ringed on all sides by an endless ocean. We begin our tale in the small town of Greyhaven, nestled against the crest. Water spills over the mountain ridge here in a vast display, yet an acoustic anomaly of the echoes shatters the falls before they ever touch the ground, leaving the town in eternal mist and fog, with the surrounding fields blanketed in rainbows. On a day like any other, we find ourselves in the small textile workshop of the Blackwood family. In the attic, there sits a small workshop, full of scrolls and books, messy and disorganized, and a human girl sits at her desk on her day off. Leary, please introduce yourself and tell us a bit about your character.
Well, hello there! It's Leary Blackwood. I'm a scholar. A self-taught wizard, really. I spend most of my time in this little attic, poring over old texts. My father runs a market stall down by the square. Textiles, mostly. My mother's a weaver. It's comfortable, I suppose. A little boring, honestly. But I'm hoping to learn more about the resonance. It's fascinating, the way it warped everything. Created the dissonant. It's terrifying and utterly captivating. I find myself constantly researching the harmonics, trying to understand what happened, and, well, hoping to find a way to prevent it from happening again, if it ever comes to that.
And what does a day in the life of Leary look like? Can you describe what she looks like for us?
It's usually a bit of a mess. I wake up. I try to tidy up a bit. It rarely works. I have a little breakfast, usually some bread and cheese my father makes. Then I head up here to the attic, if they don't need me on the loom. The light is always dim up here, filtered through the mist. It's strangely calming. I'll spend hours poring over scrolls, trying to decipher the faded script. My hair is always a tangled mess. I can never seem to keep it under control. My eyes are usually tired from staring at the words. But they're blue. A bright, vibrant blue like my mother's. I'm always fidgeting, you know. My fingers are always itching to touch something, to write, to do something. I tend to wear my tunic and straw hat. I always have my lute close at my side. And I always wear my semi-stone amulet.
For those at home, semi-stones are opal fragments of the Heartstone. They are rare and powerful artifacts, able to act as a battery for magical energy. Wizards use them to empower the words of magic they know when casting spells or when crafting runic enchantments. This is a day like any other. Leary sits at her desk, poring over a tome she recently bought at the market. It contains some lore concerning the ancient harmonics, who strived for unity and perfection. They used sound to alter emotions and energy, and built their architecture like great spiral shells to alter and concentrate acoustics. None of this is new information for Leary, and it's starting to get frustrating with how little information there is on the harmonics. The last 4 books you've spent your hard-earned money on haven't had anything new in them.
It's frustrating, isn't it? You spend all this time researching, hunting down fragments of knowledge, and you end up with more questions than answers. The harmonics. They were so brilliant, so focused. It's like they were trying to build something perfect and then, poof, gone. Just echoes. Leary taps her finger nervously on the desk. She's been trying to decipher this diagram here. It depicts a series of sonic patterns designed to stabilize a structure. She mutters, "It's fascinating, really, but it's utterly incomplete. The harmonics must have been trying to solve something big, but they just vanished." She slams the book in frustration and stands up. She's almost always slouched, so she's going to stretch a bit and consider getting a snack.
You slam your book and jump in surprise. A loud bang can be heard outside. You peer out your window and see a carriage racing into town. It's broken through the gates. We pan over to see Grimmy Stonehand, a dwarven artisan, at the gates. Grimmy, please tell us a little bit about yourself and what brings you to Greyhaven.
Grimmy Stonehand. A smith, mostly. Used to work in Timbertone, but that's behind me. I have plain features, but good muscle, and I have black hair and brown eyes. I always carry tools for my trade, and I carry a spiked warhammer, in case of emergencies.
You've just arrived at Greyhaven. A guard stops you. He says,
"Oh there! Welcome to Greyhaven, dwarf. What brings you to our fine town?"
Looking for work. Heard this town had a good market for, well, things. I can make tools, weapons, and armor. Need to earn a few bars, that's all. Grimmy scratches his beard and shifts his weight. He glances nervously around, like he's expecting trouble.
Things, eh? Well, all right. Could do with a smith, I'm sure. Why don't you, folkies above, take cover!
He leaps to the side, getting away from the gate, and fumbles a war horn on his hip. You hear the clattering of hooves and wheels on the dirt road. Behind you, coming out of the fog, is a small carriage driving straight for you.
Blast and blazes! What in the 7 hells? He raises his warhammer defensively, ready for a fight.
A hammer won't win you any battles against a carriage. You'd better get out of the way or find some way to stop it. Or be trampled.
Hold on! Just hold on a moment. This is foolishness. I try to dodge out of the way.
Great. Let me roll. And I'll give you a bonus, since it's not really aimed at you or anything. We're using GURPS as our system, more or less. For rolls in this system, you roll 3 6-sided dice, or 3d6, and count them up. The lower the better. Rolling, and that's a 6, pretty good. You needed to roll 12 or under with the bonus. You deftly sidestep the moving carriage. You rolled really well. I'll say you can maybe do something about the gate if you'd like, such as throwing back the bar so the carriage and door will be less hurt from the collision.
By the beard of Eris! I actually did it! He stumbles slightly, regaining his footing, and he takes a deep breath. Looking at the gate with a bit of apprehension.
Do you leave it as is, or maybe throw it open?
I think I'll throw it open. It might help the driver to slow down.
We'll roll strength, and Grimmy is pretty strong. Great. You grab the bar as you jump to the side and throw it up into the air. The door swings free, and the carriage crashes into it, throwing it open. It's only now you really take notice. The carriage was rolling downhill towards the gate, out of control completely. It's small, and was probably pulled by a pony or donkey. With that, we pan once more to the last, but not least, of our players. Pipkin Honeyfoot, please introduce yourself.
Oh, bother. What was that all about? Well, hello everyone. I'm Pipkin Honeyfoot. I'm a halfling alchemist and healer. I'm fascinated by the echoes of the Heartstone and the ancient harmonics, just like Leary. I like to spend my time tinkering with potions, experimenting with herbs, and trying to figure out how everything works. I like music, I enjoy baking, and I always try to help others if they need it. I travel Echocrest looking for new herbs and recipes.
Pipkin, you're on your way to Greyhaven. A rainbow shines over you, and fog swims all about. You can just barely make out the black tuning spire in the center of the city through the mist, but you can't yet see the walls or gate. We'll roll Perception, 16. A really bad roll, you needed a 10 or better. You're driving your carriage, snacking on some old bread and cheese, a cup full of dried berries in your lap. Your pony faithfully follows the road. It's been a pleasant autumn morning. You squint and can just make out the opalescent glow of the Heartstone over the eastern horizon. Does your pony have a name?
He does, yes. His name is Buttercup. He's a gentle fellow, but a bit easily startled. He loves oats and carrots, and I keep him fed and well cared for. I try to always make him feel comfortable. Buttercup seems to sense things too, like the wind or changes in the air.
Buttercup classic. You're distracted and tired, and you let out a yawn.
Oh.
It's abruptly interrupted as something, large, purple, and iridescent, vibrating like a blur, crosses your path. A discordant bear lunges by, excited and quick, grabbing Buttercup with its maw, and it dashes into the fog.
Buttercup, no, my Buttercup, he cries out in alarm, and tries to leap from the carriage.
You try to move, but you can't get your straps undone quickly enough. Without Buttercup guiding your carriage, gravity takes over, and you quickly gain speed downhill. You're strapped into the front of an uncontrolled carriage, barreling towards the gates of Greyhaven.
Oh dear, this is not good. This is not good at all. What do I do?
If nothing changes, you'll get smashed by the carriage. You can get the buckle undone, but where do you go? You could shelter in the back of the carriage with your equipment and hope the hit isn't too bad, or you could dive off the side, risking almost certain injury with a high-speed impact on the ground. Beyond that, there could be more discordant outside the walls.
I dive. I have to. It's the only thing to do. He struggles with the straps, finally manages to wrench them free, and with a yelp, he leaps from the carriage.
I'll say an acrobatics check will help. You don't have that skill at all, so we're looking for a 6 or better. And 13. No luck. You jump and slam hard to the ground. We'll count it like a fall. You've got 6 HP, and we'll call that velocity 15. Looks like it'll be 1d minus 1. That's 1d6 minus 1. And 3 damage. Hurts, but you'll be okay. Just shy of a major wound. You roll down the hill and come to stop at the feet of a burly dwarf as your carriage crashes into the open gate. It rolls and topples over with a loud clatter.
Well, I'll be. That was close. You all right, lad? Grimmy helps you to your feet. I'm Grimmy Stonehand, by the way. I'm a smith. I can make tools, weapons, and armor. He looks around, eyeing the wreckage of the carriage and the frightened halfling.
I'm Pipkin Honeyfoot. But my pony, Buttercup! He yells and looks into the fog for his lost companion.
Leary, you live right next to the gate. A carriage has crashed through and toppled over. Do you go see what the commotion is? Plus, it looks like it spilled out alchemical supplies. Whoever belongs to might have more arcane knowledge for you.
Leary clutches her amulet and runs outside.
Oh, honestly, a disaster. Well, it seems the only thing to do is to see what's happened.
Buttercup!
I keep yelling from my pony.
You see Buttercup struggling against a massive iridescent bear. It's ripping at his coat and attempting to pull him further into the fog. The three of you have awkwardly and accidentally gathered at the gate. The guard seems to have been struck on the head by some of the flying debris and is recovering. The guard's war horn lies in the mud, and Buttercup is being mauled by a discordant bear. What do you all do?
I'm going to help him. He grabs a small bottle of something from his bag, a concoction he'd been brewing, and throws it at the bear. Run, Buttercup. I'll handle this.
Hold, lad. You'll get yourself killed. I'll go with you. This thing looks dangerous. He draws his warhammer, ready to fight.
Wait! Don't just rush in. I'll try to distract it with some words.
Okay. First, Pipkin, what kind of potion do you want to throw? It will probably splash Buttercup too, and you aren't very good at throwing, so it might miss.
I'm throwing a concoction of sedative and binding agent. Hopefully it'll calm it down long enough for me to get Buttercup. He hurls the bottle, aiming for the bear's face.
So you default to an 8 in throwing, and this bear is size mod +2. It's far enough away that we'll call that a -2, so you're rolling flat. And... oh no, you've got no luck today. Critical miss. Pipkin, you lose your balance and fail to throw the potion, but you're otherwise fine. Now, in Echocrest, magic is performed with words of power, a mixture of verbs and nouns. Leary, what spell do you start casting? What words do you use?
I try to channel a warding spell, a spell to bind and confuse. She focuses, trying to draw upon the power of Vocis, the god of words and stories.
Of the words you know, which do you use? You might be able to mentally stun the beast.
I cast, move, and image. She focuses all her energy on these 2 words, attempting to disrupt the bear's movements and create a fleeting illusion to disorient it.
Okay, so an illusion to throw it off. You can cast that instantly. It takes 2 energy, which you can pull from your 5 energy semi-stone. You get a degree of success on move and 8 degrees of success on image. You project an illusory beast from your hand, lunging at the discordant bear. It's going to resist with intelligence or IQ, and it isn't smart. It fails big time. And it lets go of Buttercup, leaping back. We'll move to initiative. Pipkin, you have the first turn.
I'm going to try and pull Buttercup free. I'll run toward him, hoping to get between the bear and him.
All right, you are a halfling, and this is a pony. If you're lucky, you could shift him by about a foot. Alternatively, you still have your potion in hand and your crossbow at your hip.
I'm running toward Buttercup, hoping to distract the beast.
How do you want to distract it? It's already pretty distracted from the illusion.
I throw another bottle of my sedative potion.
All right, you step forward and throw, and miss. The potion falls short and spreads on the ground. Next is the bear. It lunges at the illusion, breaking it, but otherwise wasting its turn and getting it closer to everyone else. Next is Buttercup. Hurt, but alive. He uses his turn to get on his hooves. And now Grimmy. Your hammer is at the ready and the bear is in range. What do you do?
Hold it right there, beast. He charges, raising his warhammer high, ready to smash the discordant bear.
You swing, with +2 from its size. You easily hit, but it tries to dodge, and fails. That's 14 impaling damage to its torso, doubling to 28 from the damage type. The beast is reeling and bleeding, leaking black ichor all over the ground. Next up is Leary.
Wait! I can't let it hurt Buttercup! She shouts, pulling out her lute and beginning to play.
You pull out your lute and begin to play. To what end? And it seems like Buttercup isn't in immediate danger, just injured.
I'm playing a soothing melody, a lullaby of sorts, a melody to calm it, to soothe its savage heart.
She closes her eyes, letting the music flow through her.
Okay, give me a critical success on performance, and maybe you can calm the bear with a warhammer wound in its chest? That's a 7. Good roll, but not good enough. You spend your turn playing a really nice lullaby in the middle of this chaotic scene. Back to the top. It's Pipkin.
I'm throwing another bottle of my sedative potion.
You're sure you don't want to use your weapon?
No! No, I need to use my potion. I'm going to try to stun it again.
Sure, it's close now, so it'll be a 50-50 chance. That's 13. You throw your potion overhead, hurling it too far. Next up is the bear. It shakes its head, blurred by vibrations running through its body, and it tries to bite Grimmy. That's a hit. Grimmy, your best defense is your parry. You can also step back to get a bonus if you'd like.
Not so fast, you overgrown pile of filth. I'll try to parry.
You get an 11, exactly what you need. You push the beast's maw aside with the handle of your hammer. And you all notice other figures moving in the fog. It looks like 3 other discordant quickly rush through the open gate and out of sight. Next up is Grimmy. Do you swing again?
One last time! I charge and strike the beast with my warhammer.
Bad rolls all around today. That's a critical miss. The slobber from the beast makes the weapon slip from your fingers and it slams to the ground between you and the beast. Next up is Leary.
I try to channel a warding spell, a spell to bind and confuse. She focuses, trying to draw upon the power of Vosis, the god of words and stories.
What words would you like to use? The same as before?
I cast move and image.
She focuses all her energy on these two words, attempting to disrupt the bear's movements and create a fleeting illusion to disorient it.
10 and 8 on your rolls, and the bear crit fails! Well, the dice tell stories. I'll say you throw images around, confusing it and disorienting it. It's fully mental stunned. It's going to take a while for it to break out of its confusion. To the top again. Pipkin, it's your turn.
I'm going to try and pull Buttercup free. I'll run towards him, hoping to get between the bear and him.
Buttercup isn't trapped at all right now.
I throw another bottle of my sedative potion.
I'm going to roll 10 or lower, and you're out. And 12. Okay, one more bottle. You toss and miss again. The area is starting to smell strange, and everyone's vision blurs a little. Next is the bear. It tries to get out of its stun, and fails. But 4 more beasts invade the city. The guard comes to his senses and runs in after the beasts, blowing his war horn. Buttercup is next. He runs over to the toppled carriage for safety. And now Grimmy again.
Hold it right there, beast! He charges, raising his warhammer high, ready to smash the discordant bear.
Your hammer is still on the ground. Would you like to spend the turn picking it up?
I will! It's a wasted turn otherwise.
All right, you grab your hammer. Back to Leary. The beast is stunned, and you hear chaos in the town.
I'm playing a soothing melody, a lullaby of sorts, a melody to calm it, to soothe its savage heart. She closes her eyes, letting the music flow through her.
It is an insane beast. It is not going to be calmed by your lute.
Try to channel a warding spell. A spell to bind and confuse.
She focuses, trying to draw upon the power of Vocis, the god of words and stories.
It's already dazed. Are you sure you don't want to? I don't know. Use your fire magic?
No. I need to keep it distracted. I cast move and image.
She focuses all her energy on these two words, attempting to disrupt the bear's movements and create a fleeting illusion to disorient it.
You draw the last power of your stone and some of your own. You cast the spell, and the beast continues to be dazed by moving images and lights. Back to Pipkin.
I'm going to try and pull Buttercup free. I'll run toward him, hoping to get between the bear and him.
Buttercup is safer than you are, and not trapped at all.
I throw another bottle of my sedative potion.
You're out of sedatives. It's not something you stock a lot of.
Oh no! What should I do?
Use your crossbow or drink a healing potion. You're still banged up from the fall.
I use my crossbow.
You draw your weapon and fire nearly point blank at the beast, hitting it for 4 more damage. The bear tries to recover and fails. You hear screams in the town, and a faint trail of smoke rises. Buttercup stays by the cart. Grimmy, what do you do?
I swing! One last time!
You swing into its left leg for 15 damage, grievously wounding it and crippling its leg. The beast's eyes close and it falls unconscious, bleeding out before you. Leary, you're up.
I'm playing a soothing melody, a lullaby of sorts. A melody to calm it, to soothe its savage heart.
She closes her eyes, letting the music flow through her.
All right, we're moving out of combat. The beast is dying, Buttercup is injured, Pipkin is injured, and Greyhaven has been invaded by a pack of beasts.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
It's terrifying. What are we going to do?
We are going to survive. That's what we are going to do.
I think I need a rest. I'm exhausted.
Me too. This is overwhelming.
The tuning spire, image of safety and protection, thrums and vibrates. There's a crackle in the air, like steel under tension.
Let's head to the spire. It's the safest place.
Yes. Let's go.
You all start heading to the spire, but you barely get to the cart when the sound comes again, louder. The spire bends before your eyes like a gust of wind has hit it. It tilts and tilts and tilts, and it almost seems it will come to rest when, crack, Something loud snaps inside of the spire, and it falls to the ground. In seconds, the world around you is fog, dust, and ash. Terror is all around you. And Leary, you're pretty sure your parents' stall was in the direction the spire fell.
Oh my God!
We need to do something.
What do you all do?
I run to my parents' stall.
I try to help people and get Buttercup.
Buttercup follows you, and people all around are dazed, confused, or riddled with cuts from debris. The discordant are loose in the city. And Leary, you find your parents' market stall, or what remains of it. It lies crushed under several tons of black stone.
Oh no! They're gone! The stall, my parents, it's all gone! She begins to weep.
What do we do? Let's get out of here. There's nothing we can do.
The spire is gone, but the stone remains. You may be able to salvage it, to make pendants to protect you from the echoes of the Heartstone in the wild. But it isn't safe here, and it never will be again.
I'll take the stone.
Sure, you chip off a few handfuls of spire stone and pocket it. This black-haired girl that helped you is on the ground weeping before you. People are scattering in the chaos all around, and a burly dwarf stands with you.
I need to be brave. I'll try to find some way to help everyone and maybe, just maybe, find some way to honor my parents' memory.
I don't know what to do. Everything is gone. Everything I worked for.
Let's just get out of here, lass. There's no use dwelling on what's lost.
I'll carry you all, and I'll find us a safe place.
Your carriage is in mostly working order. It would only need minor repairs to move again, though Buttercup would need healing.
I'll fix Buttercup.
All right, you head back and give him a healing potion. The cart is toppled, but the dwarf could right it. Leary, do you go with them?
I'm coming with you.
Let's get out of here.
I'll take Buttercup.
You right the carriage, Grimmy does some quick repairs, you hitch Buttercup to it, and the three of you leave the town, which is starting to burn. On your way out, you pass the bleeding beast. An attack like this, coordinated, is extremely unusual.
Let's hope it's not a sign of things to come.
Let's go, let's go.
Yes. Let's go.
I'd like to note, only some of you have introduced yourselves to each other.
Well, I'm Pipkin Honeyfoot.
I'm Leary Blackwood.
Grimmy Stonehand, at your service.
I think I'll try to study this stone. Maybe figure out how the harmonics were able to do what they did. Maybe figure out how to fix this disaster.
Maybe we can all learn together?
Perhaps it's worth a try.
Well, let's go.
With that, three strangers are united amidst the chaos. Leary has lost her home and family, but it seems she's been forced out into the world to explore all the things she's read about. Pipkin got caught up in turmoil he couldn't have predicted and is leaving worse for wear, leaving a town in ruins, no real way to help. Grimmy has banded with two strangers for now. He's desperately been searching for company and companions, but this is a high price to pay for them. Any closing thoughts on the first session, everyone?
It's terrifying, but I think I'm starting to understand something about the Heartstone, about the resonance.
It's a long road ahead, but I'm sure we can get through it together. And hopefully, we can learn a thing or two along the way.
Let's just get out of here. I'm gonna make sure we never end up in another situation like this.
And so, we end this episode of Byte and Blade, Echocrest. Tune in next time to see where our adventurers go next, and to see how they recover from this disaster.